Good morning. Within the lessons aimed to use the labs, we believe it is necessary and important to share with you some good practices about environmental sustainability. They are strategies aimed mainly to a drastic decrease in the use of polymeric materials. These instructions, specific for Fashion Lab, belong to a series of initiatives that the system of labs of the Department of Design has recently begun to make more sustainable the provided services. Actions identified have been defined on documents that European Commission and other institutions have recently published concerning the use of plastic and circular economy. Goal is to identify a set of interventions able to hardly decrease the use of plastic materials and reduce the scraps in the system of labs of the Department of Design. Actions that we are going to show you regard the application of some environmental strategies. Dematerialization, so try to reduce since the beginning the consumption in general of material and in specific of plastic. Preference of materials with low composition or without composition of polymeric materials. Promote reuse and recycle of materials produced during the lab activities. The following proposed actions have been identified thanks to three criteria. First one is to integrate with the frame of operativity of the Fashion Lab. Second one is to educate and to support teaching. Third one is to act where there are the highest material consumptions, in our case, about textiles and yarns, which can be reused or properly disposed. Here I am to introduce you the Decalogue of Plastic Free for Fashion Lab. 10 simple indications to allow a drastic reduction in the use of plastics and in the right reuse, recycle and disposal of the scraps. First, reduce the scale. If possible, reduce the dimensions of your model and of your prototype. To underline wearability and volumes, create your first prototype in paper. This allows to use less material, less paper and less textiles. If less material is used, less have to be purchased, transported and disposed. Second, verify the possibility to use non-synthetic and non-plastic fabrics. Mixed, synthetic and elastic fabrics are the most used in our Fashion Lab. They are textiles composed by polymeric fibers, but there are alternatives without polymeric materials, as cotton or other natural fibers. Furthermore, biodegradable, recycled and compostable textiles are always more available. Consider first these when you choose the textiles and the yarns for your project, and check the composition of other materials to limit the use of plastic. Third, optimize the quantity of fabric to purchase. From model development, it is simple to estimate the right length of textiles needed to realize the clothes. Height of textiles and position define the right amount of yarn to buy. If you have doubts, ask others for advice. Fourth, check the availability of spare materials. To promote the reuse, in the lab there are some dedicated areas which store and make available textiles, yarns, paper and accessories exceeding from not concluded works. With these leftovers, you can realize little scale model or simply check the stitching that you are going to use. Remember that the shared areas required everybody's attention in their management. Fifth, recycle correctly the waste. If, despite all the attentions, you have generated waste during the work, be careful. Everything must be properly sorted to be recycled. Sixth, share. If in the end of the project there are leftovers of large size of reusable textiles, give the leftovers in the lab. This material will be available for other students. A leftover now, but available material tomorrow. Seventh, use plastic-free components. To refinish and assemble your clothes, use plastic-free components. Eighth, undo the sample. Yards for knitwear can be recovered to be reused again. Large part of this yard can be used for decorations or for filling. Everything can recover value. Ninth, realize disassembled prototypes. Few attentions allow to sort the different materials wasted, to make them reusable or recyclable. Simple advice: during prototype planning, use monomaterial textiles. If you are forced to join different materials, try to link them with reversible solutions. Before assembling with irreversible solution, as sticking or thermowelding, realize a stitching by machine with long stitches. In this way, it can be removed easily. 10th, sensitize. To reduce plastic use drastically, we need to collaborate all together. Sensitize whoever accesses to our labs to keep right behaviors aimed to reduce the use of polymeric materials. Stay tuned because other plastic-free and zero-waste initiatives are going to be launched. Citing UNEP, plastic is not a problem. The problem is what we do with plastic. So the approach doesn't change. Decrease plastic but increase good design. Good job to everybody.